Good afternoon from a wet and windy Rookery Park. We find ourselves in another lockdown. We're now 2 weeks in. The weather has not let up one bit. We are wetter than ever. There's water where I've never seen water, which is delightful. I'm currently down here on 13. 13th green itself. To be fair, the greens are not holding up too badly. They're very, very wet, but they're not too bad underfoot. It's everywhere, like the approaches and stuff, fairways. Some of them are impassable. I've just been on a little walk around with the secretary so we can find his bearings and stuff, and we were talking about possible improvements, and I was discussing with him what work me and the boys have been trying to press on with while the conditions have not been ideal, to say the best. What we have done since lockdown has started, we've been out with the pole pruner starting on the 10th, and we've raised up the canopies to probably 10 to 15 feet, mainly so we can get the mowers underneath, and I think it makes the holes look a little bit tidier. And we've been out and we've done a full divot and scratch up renovation of the tees with an overseed to try and get them back. And yesterday, before this rain, the last bout of rain, we went out and we applied a granular fertiliser to greens, tees and approaches in preparation for a maintenance week that I've decided to move from the beginning of March to February, providing the weather holds, so that we don't cause you fellow members any disruption when you come back to golf. So we're trying to play the weather and see whether we can get what we both want, because golfers want to return and we want to keep providing the best services we can. So yeah, what we're planning on doing now is just basically kind of fingers crossed, hoping that the weather will give us what we want so we can carry on. But at the moment it just seems to be relentless rain and tree work. So yeah, hope you're all keeping safe and sane, and I'll hopefully see you middle of February. Catch you soon.
So it does sound like Neil and the team have been very busy while we've all been away. In some ways, maybe this lockdown will prove to be a bit of a blessing in the fact that the golf course is so wet and the weather's been so poor. Rather than the golfers clumping around and making the place more muddy, Neil's been able to get on with a lot of work while it's quiet, and I'm sure we'll come out the far end of it a lot better off. Also, it allows Gareth, our new manager, to find his feet a little bit as well and just get things sorted before the general every day-to-day problems that I'm sure that will crop up once we all return. I thought what I'd do in the meantime is show you a few images of the golf course that were taken last year that have been on the club website and Facebook page, just to remind you of what we'll be returning to, whether that's middle of February or March. It's sure to be a good spring. We're not going to miss any of the good weather this year like we did in 2020. We should all be back whilst the golf course is in fantastic condition, and we're kind of reaching the final straight now, hopefully, and all these problems will be a bit of a distant memory before too long. So I hope you're all keeping really healthy, keeping safe, keeping busy, and we're all looking forward to getting back to the golf club again very soon, just as soon as things settle down again a little bit. What I've also done is we've got a few bits and pieces in the shop. Normally we'd be running a January sale at this stage. Obviously that's not been possible. So what I've done is I've brought a few bits and pieces home. This week what I'd like to show you is a couple of golf clubs that we've got that are going to be replaced at some point this year when we return. So they are available at a significantly reduced price. If you're interested, please let me know and I can put it aside for you. I've got 3 clubs here in total. The first one being this Taylormade SimMax driver. This is the SimMax D, which has the heavy weight at the back but slightly in the heel to reduce the sort of fading on the shots. It's got a carbon sole for extra forgiveness. On the face you've got the twist face with the speed injected screws there to keep the face as hot and as forgiving as possible. And then you've got the large crown made out of carbon again, which keeps the weight low and towards the back of the club for forgiveness. This is a 10.5 degree, but it's adjustable 2 degrees both up or down, so 12.5 or 8.5 it can go to. Regular graphite shaft. This was selling at $399. It's been hit a couple of times, this one, but you could have that for £249. Next up is a Ping G410 Plus from this year. This is the one with the weights that move, so it's currently in that draw position but can be moved into the centre or out towards the toe if you suffer with a hook. It's adjustable plus or minus 1.5 degrees, so 10.5 will go up to 12 or down to 9 with a screw here. All keys are included. Got a forged titanium face, which means increases the ball speed. Turbulators on top to make the club easier to move through the air more efficiently, and the Dragonfly technology removes weight from here and allows manufacturers to put the weight into more useful spots to increase the forgiveness. This is also sold for £399, but again is available at £249 for anyone that's interested. Again, it's a regular graphite shaft, men's right-handed. And finally, here is a G410 hybrid. This is the number 4, 22 degrees, so it replaces your hard-tip 4-iron. It will go up or down by 1.5 degrees, so you can adjust it so it fits in correctly with the gapping within your current set of clubs. Very fast face to help get your ball speed up for distance. The turbulators on top of this one are more for alignment, so it just shows you where the centre of the club face is and helps you align the club face. And it's got a tungsten weight in the sole at the back, which increases the moment of inertia, basically making it more forgiving and launching the ball higher and quicker. This normally sells for £199, but is available, this one that's been hit again a couple of times, at £120. So if any of these clubs are of interest, please send me a message using the contact details in the main body of the text of this week's newsletter. We'll be back in touch next week with some more news, maybe another video. In the meantime, please take care of yourself. Hope you're all keeping well, and we'll speak to you again next Thursday. Bye for now.